Hello, I'm going to show you a video of what the optimal morning routine looks like and how it can really change your life for the better. So, optimal morning routine. Let's get right into it. So, if you have depression, this is probably what you look like right here. And I'm going to be honest, that's how I used to look too. I used to be very depressed, and I knew that, something had to change. And what that something was, I found out, was a better morning routine. So, before we get into that morning routine exactly, we have to understand some things about the brain and how it works. So your brain is full of little chemicals, as you can see in here that I'm highlighting. These are dopamine, and dopamine is good because dopamine makes you feel happy, and everyone wants to feel happy. So this is a brain chart of a normal person. As you can see here, this is what we call the point of equilibrium, where you just feel a normal baseline. You're not happy, you're not sad, you're just existing pretty much. And that's all right, but if you clicked on this video, you're probably more like this, a sad person, which is bad. And as you can see here, your equilibrium starts out good at the beginning of the day, but then as time progresses, it goes down all the way below the y-axis here. So how can we change that? Well, if you follow the morning routine that I give to you in this video, this is what you're gonna see and experience in real time. So you wake up in the morning, you're down, well, here at equilibrium, yep, and then you go all the way, skyrocket up here, and then you're here at this plane of euphoria for the rest of your day. And you're gonna wonder, well, how is that possible? How can I get up to such a level of joy at such an early point in the day and then maintain that level throughout the rest of my day? I know it sounds crazy, but it is possible, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. So the routine has 6 simple steps. So I'm just going to run through each one and basically give you a breakdown of how to perform these steps optimally. So step number 1, we have wake up. Now, I don't care who you are or what your race is or your gender or your age or your ideologies. This step is going to be the same for every person. This is going to be the beginning of your day for every single person, regardless of who you are. Unless maybe like you're in a coma or something. But yeah, so I wake up pretty early, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. usually, or noon, and that's when I get my day started. And that's when everyone gets their day started, mostly. So, step B. Right after I wake up, I grab my vape and I grab my phone. These are the 2 most important things that you can acquire at the beginning of your day to get your day started right. Because when you're starting off your day, you want it to start off good. If you start your day off bad, then the rest of your day is shot. You should just give up then and just go back to sleep and try again the next day, because it's basically ruined at that point. with this technique, you are always starting off on a good note. Now, vape and scroll, what does that entail exactly? Well, you have a vape, and then scrolling is on this little thing. So any short form content works for scrolling. They all are pretty good at boosting your dopamine levels. So when you hit a vape, it increases the dopamine in your brain. This is scientifically proven. And when you scroll, it also floods dopamine into your brain. So much dopamine that you start feeling good. So when you do both of these at the same time, vaping plus social media, they synergize together and they equal this massive boost that we see here right in the beginning of the day. So that's where this boost comes in. So this is about noon, right when you wake up. Maybe you wake up later, you're not an early bird like me. Maybe you wake up at like 1 or 2 p.m., that's fine. It still all applies. So you get this massive boost, you're feeling good, and then what comes next? You got to follow up, right? That comes in with step C, the follow-up boost. Now, you've been scrolling social media, hitting the vape for probably 1 to 2 hours, you're feeling great, and then you want to feel better. So you hit the follow-up boost for, I'd say, another hour or so is probably ideal, at least another hour, and then you're going to feel even better. And we can just scratch this off here, because after that follow-up boost in the third step, step C, we are going to exponentially boost our dopamine and our mood levels. And it's going to skyrocket. It's going to go through the top of this graph. We can't even see it. I don't have enough room on my screen to show just how much this is going to boost your mood. And then step 4, the medi-sesh. So I like to, as soon as I'm done with step C and I'm all cleaned up, I go straight into the medi-sesh step. Now, medi-sesh, this obviously entails the consumption of the medicine, also known as marijuana. And by smoking this right a little bit after you wake up, you're going to cure your depression. Let me do green just to show it's good. So you're going to be curing your depression. You're going to be creating relaxation. You're going to be generating euphoria from the dopamine flooding into your brain. And you're also probably curing cancer and maybe AIDS. So you think, wow, those are all wonderful things. I would love to do all those. But are there any downsides to smoking a medi-sesh? Well, believe it or not, no. There are no downsides. Sometimes I'll have the voices, but it doesn't really bother me that much. And with all of these benefits, it's just a no-brainer. Obviously, I got to get my medi-sesh. Sometimes I'll even I can't reverse, but sometimes even for step 1 or step 2 with the vape and scroll, I'll also get a smoke and scroll in. So I'll get a medi-sesh partially in step 2 as well. But either way is good. So that brings us to step. Is this the 5th? Is this 4 or 5? The next step is breakfast. And breakfast, what does that mean? Let's split up these words into 2, okay? Break, fast. So we have break, and then we have fast. So you're breaking fast. So we have nutrients plus energy Oh, that should say equals. Let me fix that really quick. Oh, I can't do that. I'll just do this. Equals success. So, why? Well, nutrients is basically anything that's food, and food tastes good. And when you eat food that tastes good, for example, pizza rolls are usually my go-to for any breakfast. They have they're really easy to make. They have a lot of dense nutrients. There's lots of protein in those little pepperoni chunks. So it's a healthy and very nutrient dense superfood. So, but anything like this will do. And then you need energy. So typically coffee plus any energy drink. I like Monster, but Red Bull would work as well. These are going to synergize with the nutrients you consume, and once again, they are going to create another boost. Oops. Well, anyways, now the final step, your morning routine is done, but you got to remember, that's just the morning routine. You got to seize the day after that, okay? Your day is not over. It's probably going to be like 5 or 6 p.m. by the time you're done with this whole routine, and you're still going to have the rest of the day to do things that you enjoy. So I like to just do some of my hobbies, maybe watch YouTube, watch some like Markiplier or something, maybe go on Twitch, watch some Kai Cenat, maybe Pokemon, watch some anime, also play Fortnite if you are interested in if you're really motivated and you want to work on your builds and stuff and your edits, run some drills. Sometimes I'll run drills on that, or sometimes I'll hop back on the hub for another boost. But, regardless of what you do, you just got to make sure that it's productive, and 2, boosting. It boosts your dopamine, giving you that sense of accomplishment. And, yeah.